This video is for Waves, the actual company. We gotta talk. What's up, guys? My name is Izzy from mixedby8i.vision, and today, well, rather a couple of days ago, I was walking my pet fish and I noticed that I got an email. The email came from Waves. Now, Waves have been sending emails very frequently lately, and so I just kind of brushed it off as just another email because I'm like, I love you, Waves. I just don't see me buying another plugin at this moment. But as I scroll through my YouTube channel, I see that Waves makes a big announcement. And what is this big announcement? Waves has now completely moved to a subscription model. Naturally, the general public is opposed to change. I, for one, was quite excited about this subscription because I thought, well, maybe it'll give a chance for aspiring creators and new artists and new producers, new engineers, a chance to explore the entire Waves catalog. But nope, they didn't see it like that. They went ahead and said, if you want to buy any of our plugins, you got to buy them all. Now, before I get into my thoughts, I will say that I did catch how others responded to it, and it's not so good, Waves. It's not so good, Waves. Almost nobody likes this change. I mean, everyone has said that Waves is trying to get over on them. It's a bad look for Waves right now. Me personally, I can't agree anymore with the people because I am someone who has bought an extensive amount of Waves plugins, and Waves were some of the first plugins that I bought and that I were proud to say that I bought. But then they introduced the Waves update plan, and then I was like, yeah, I don't know why I have to keep buying into a plugin. But then, you know, of course, I'm like, that's optional. You know, you don't have to really buy into those plugins. But with the new subscription, Waves has literally said, if your plugins expire, there is no Waves update plan unless you have an update plan in progress. And once that expires, no more update plan. So Waves, what you're literally telling me is that all of the money that I've spent with you, all of the plugins that I have bought, is going to be a complete waste of money? But naturally, I thought about it and I was like, well, why don't I just make the switch? That way I do have a couple of plugins. I have bought into a lot of plugin subscriptions. I don't mind having a Waves subscription. And then I realized I don't use a lot of Waves plugins these days. I'm not exclusively using a lot of Waves plugins these days. So there you go. There's another useless cash spending that I'm out here doing. All of the Waves plugins that I have bought, I use most of them, which is why I bought them. So there you go. More money wasted. If you'll allow me, give me a second to play devil's advocate here. Here's who I feel that Waves has marketed to. When Waves first dropped, they were the most expensive plugins, right? They were some of the first people to do plugin processing where you move from hardware to software, and a lot of studios had it. You know, you were paying about $250 for a plugin, and you were paying an upwards of $1,000 to $2,000 for entire bundles. But then Waves got on Demon Time and they were like, we're gonna take all our plugins and make them super cheap. Now you're getting $200 plugins for like $20, $30. And we accepted it. We accepted it because we didn't realize that if they aren't making money on the front end, somehow they've got to make their money on the back end. And that's exactly what they did. They introduced this Waves update plan where you bought the plugin, and every year, if you wanted some new upgrades, you had to pay for that plugin. So we weren't really owning the plugins, we were just owning the right to use them. But the thing is, we only complained about it. We did nothing to hold Waves accountable for this shady business practice. But you want to know something? I don't think that they're marketing towards the people who have already bought their plugins. Hear me out. Earlier, I did say that I buy plugins from Waves seldom these days. Like, I have to have an absolute need for that plugin. So, in saying that, Waves may feel like they've gotten all the money that they could from us. I mean, people like us who have really bought into Waves plugins, Waves isn't making really much any money from us these days. And so you know who I think that they're marketing towards now? I think that they're marketing towards the newer musicians, the newer engineers, the newer music producers, the younger generation who has bought into the subscription model. And also to the plugin grabbers. You know the plugin grabbers. The ones that grab plugins just to say that they have those plugins. I should know. I was one of those people. Still playing devil's advocate though. I do think that Waves is thinking about the long run because like I said, once we buy their plugins, that's pretty much it. It's the end of the sale. I mean, the Waves update plan is optional. And how soon are you going to buy another plugin? Or if you've bought the entire bundle, the only money that they can make in addition to that is to continue to release plugins. But it's the fact that they switched entirely to the new subscription model. It's kind of making me feel like we got bested. I mean, I really hope that this is the most elaborate April Fool's prank ever, because this isn't cool. My only gripe is, if you were going to do this, you should have given us an option. Don't just force upon us the subscription model. Some of us don't want the subscription model. We will buy the plugins outright. Maybe I don't want the entire bundle, but now if I want one single plugin, I have to buy into the entire suite. The fact of the matter is, I almost have all of the Waves plugins, if not all, a complete list of them. So it may be time to look at some alternatives, and that's what I want to share with you today. Where do you go if you want to look for some great alternatives? For starters, if you just want to buy into subscriptions, I would say check out Slate Digital if you aren't already. They have a growing list of plugins that are all quality, and you're more than likely going to use a lot of those, if not all. And the way that Slate Digital has priced their subscription model versus the value of all the plugins that you get, it is best for you to buy into their subscription, because over time, you could be 5 years down the road and you still probably won't pay the entire amount of what they value their plugins at. Versus Waves, I mean, they're gonna make a lot of money off you in the long run, and you're never going to be able to own them. Overall, Slate Digital is going to be more affordable too. Right now, Waves has a plan for $14.99, which only gives you 110 of their plugins, and they're not the ones that you want. But if you want to have the ones that you want, you gotta pay $25 a month, which just to me is just, in 10 months, I could have 10 of your plugins. Plus, Slate Digital offers more than just plugins. I mean, they got drum kits and everything. They got tutorials on how to use their plugins. And like I said, you probably won't have as many wasted plugins that you're not gonna use. Another option, and my favorite option, is to go for Plugin Alliance plugins. You're gonna have a better selection and better quality. I mean, some of these plugins rival the Universal Audio, and we all know how creme de la creme Universal Audio is. What's even better about Plugin Alliance is that even though they have a subscription model, you do get the option to buy back some of those plugins. So for example, if you pay into their yearly subscription, they give you like somewhere between $250 or $300, I can't remember, but they give you that as a voucher to buy another plugin, which if you just wait for their plugins to go on sale, you can get these plugins for like under $100, and it'll give you time to build the collection that you want. I don't do their subscription. What I am a part of is their email list, which if you do sign up for, they give you what's called loyalty vouchers every single month. You get $25 to buy towards a plugin. And when I first heard of Plugin Alliance, they didn't have any sales going on. In just the past 2 years alone, they've had almost a sale every month. But with that loyalty voucher, all you gotta do is $25 off if you spend a minimum of $32. What I like to do is use those in conjunction with what they also have in their email, being flash sales. Sometimes they give you 48 hours. They give you the option to buy, but you only get a certain amount of time to buy the plugin. So I like to use those in conjunction with my loyalty vouchers if I can. Can I really be mad at Waves plugins? Can't really be mad at any company for that matter, because the thing about buying plugins is that you never really own a plugin. You own the license to use it, especially when it comes to subscriptions. And like I said, I really hope that this is an elaborate April Fool's joke, or their PR team turns it into one. Do I foresee Waves in the future? Probably not if they're going to conduct business like this. But I will tell you what could be and probably is the future. That's gonna be this video here, so you might wanna check that out. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that video out. My channel, Mixed by 8i, provides innovative and powerfully simple solutions for home studio recording professionals such as yourself. So if you're interested in becoming the best you can be with your music, hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, please leave a like, share, and comment down below your thoughts on the new Waves subscription model. Once again, I've been Mixed by 8i. You've been wonderful. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.